Hey, my lovelies. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the Daily Vibrations. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. My name is Kamoy, and we're doing the Daily Vibration for June 26, 2021. So if you're new to the channel, once again, you want to go ahead and take the message that vibrates. And if it doesn't vibrate, you leave it. If you don't understand, you can shelf it and circle on back, right? So welcome back, my loves. My name is Kamoy. Thank you once again for checking into yourself today, right? So it's Reflecting Me by Saturday. All right. This is where you get a chance to sit back and take a look at all of the things that you've been through. Take a look at maybe some of the changes that you want to make. Take a look at what worked this week, right? Take a look at what makes you feel good. And then just kind of reflect on that, revise what you might want to change so you can progress throughout the new upcoming week next week. All right. So if you guys hear a lot of background noise, I'm actually outside. So you're going to be hearing cars passing by if you're tuning in and you hear the background noise. All right. The music may kind of, muffle some of that out, but just in case you guys hear a lot of car movement, I'm not recording from home today. So with that being said, right, we have beautiful energy in the atmosphere today. If you were paying attention to what's going on, we currently still have the sun positioned in Cancer. All right. So with the sun position in Cancer, we know we're dealing with emotional energy. We know that we're dealing with energy where you have to feel your way through things. You won't be able just to ignore your feelings within this energy. Okay, so you want to pay attention to that. Not to mention, right, the moon is going to be flopping all over to Aquarius at about 10:09 a.m. this morning. So we got the sun in Cancer, which is emotional energy, and we have the moon that's going to be in Aquarius, which is ruled by Neptune. So that energy is all about being your own unique individual. That energy is all about standing up for your individuality and your own uniqueness and doing things differently, right? This can also cause some rebellion if you feel like you're stuck in anyone else's box. So people don't want to be stuck in boxes today, right? Now, so you want to be mindful of that energy as you're moving throughout the day. Now, I want to say this, right? This is super important for you guys to understand. With the energy where it is and what we experiencing just collectively, right? It's important for you to be able to understand your own emotional shit. And I just want to stress this too. Not because you're having a bad day means that you get to be nasty to someone. I had an experience yesterday where I had to address something that came up, business wise, and what I realized was, if you are not careful in how you approach things and how you handle things, things can get blown way out of proportion, right? So if you're not careful in how you are handling things internally and realizing that you're actually dealing with a whole bunch of different characteristics from different people, different emotions from different people, one thing could be just taken full blown out of proportion, and people could get their feelings hurt. Egos could get hurt. Egos could be involved here, right? What I've learned, however, about working on myself and just, being on my spiritual path for a really long time, when you begin to see egos rise, you really got to check yourself to make sure that your ego is in balance and your ego is in check. And once you do that, you go in and you internally just check yourself to make sure that this is not your shit. Then you can proceed and have the conversations that you need to have. You can proceed and maybe, create the distance that you need to create in certain situations, right? I've been having a lot of appointments this month where I've really been telling people, like, this energy is just really mind your business energy. We got triple twos in the date today because it is the 26. So we got the 2 and the 26, and we also have the other 2s that's in 2021. Triple twos, that's hypersensitive energy. We got hypersensitive energy if you're an empath, which means you feeling everything, okay? You may not be able to articulate or process all of this energy because a lot of this energy is not yours. So if you're not grounding yourself, if you're not tapping into meditation, if you're not dealing with things from the aspect of Really knowing what feels right, what doesn't feel right, what feels heavy, what doesn't feel heavy. What's my insecurities, what's not my insecurities. What's my procrastination, what's not mine. If you're really tapping into yourself, then especially if you're an empath, you'll be able to guide and flow through this energy. If you're an empath and you're not consistent with checking into yourself and being honest with yourself, you're going to get caught up in this spin because you feel everything, and therefore you're going to get caught up and drawn into other people's bullshit, into other people's spin. Okay? Now, let me just go into exactly what the message is saying today. So if you're new to the channel, one of the things that I do talk about is understanding that you are not just responsible for mastering your sun sign, aka the month that you were born. You are also responsible for mastering all 12 aspects of the zodiac wheel, which is really just archetypes of your personality that dwells within self, right? So these are archetypal energies that dwells within you that you have to master or overcome. All right. Now, we're going to start off with the water energy. So when you hear me refer to water energy, that's in reference to the Cancerian energy, the Scorpion energy, and the Pisces energy. Okay. Now, all of that is water energy. Now, even if you're not a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces, you can apply this energy to your emotions. So water energy, water element will go with your emotions. Okay. That's just a chunking down version. Okay. Now, if we are going to be talking about the fire element, when you hear me represent the fire element, or the fire signs, that is going to be Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. But if you are not an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, you can take this energy and apply it to action, movement that may be required in your life, okay? And in certain cases, paying attention to your intuition, all right? Now, if you hear me talking about the earth element pertaining to the earth signs, which is going to be Taurus, Capricorns, and Virgos, that is going to be the practical realm, the material realm, okay, the physical realm. And that is how you're going to apply that message, okay? Now, when you hear me talk about the air signs, this is your mental and your spiritual thinking. This is your intellect, all right? So that is representation of Gemini's energy, Libra's energy, as well as the wonderful Aquarius's energy. So you don't have to be any particular element or any particular sign to tap into the messages. So just know that, all right? So just emotionally today, you need to know that the energy in the atmosphere is transformation. Full-fledged transformation, okay? People are going through transformation, so you want to transform with your emotions today. Do not allow your emotions to overtake you. Do not allow your emotions to rule you today. Understand transformation is key. And usually when you're going through transformation, it means that you're going to have to die to some shit, which means you're going to have to let some shit go, which means you're going to have to release. So be mindful today. Emotionally, you may have to release and let go of some things that no longer work for you, okay? Especially emotionally, if it's causing you some anxiety, some nervousness, some sadness, you got to get into that. I talked about in Clubhouse yesterday, one of the things that you need to learn in your spiritual journey is there's no way around shit. You're going to have to go through shit. That is how you learn. That is how you go, by going through, okay? So be mindful of that as you're moving throughout the day. The water energy and the water element is saying transformation. It's transformation. What are you doing? It's all about transformation, all right? So now what you may need to know as far as action is to be taken in your life today, what you need to be mindful about is when you're taking action today, your message is coming in from the big medicine wheel today. And that energy is the World card. That's Saturn's energy, which means structure, order, and discipline is going to be required. All right. So as far as you moving emotionally today, you got to be able to be open for that transformation. As far as your actions are required today, you got the big medicine wheel. That's the World card. All right. So we're talking about order and structure and foundation. We're talking about things coming to an end. We're also talking about you being able to integrate everything that you've learned and apply it. Integration of everything that you've learned and apply it in your actions today. If you've learned a lesson and you've learned that this no longer works for me and I can't do this way because that's a trigger for me, like why would you continue to do things that you know does not serve you? Why do you continue to do things that you know keeps you frustrated? So today in your actions, the big medicine wheel today is telling you don't have to do that no more. Learn from experience. You're coming to an end. This is a closure, completion. Take what you've learned and integrate it. Take what you've learned and integrate it. Okay? I'm going to let this motorcycle pass. So the big motorcycle wheel is telling you, let go of the past. What really belongs to you will stay, and what does not belong to you will leave. But you do not have to hold on tightly to anything. All right? We're in a new dimension, new paradigm way of thinking, new energy of transmutation going on, okay? And which means that some old things need to go. The old things got to go. I think really that's what the title is going to be today. The old things got to go, honey, okay? Old things got to go. So now, when you have to apply the practicality today, we're dealing with the earth energy. When you got to be practical today, when you got to tap into the physical world today, the manifestation world today, the world of matter today, right? Your message today is that you really want to be mindful as you're moving today of just staying in positive energy. You got the sun card popping up, okay? So you got the sun card popping up today as far as what you need to know in the physical realm. This is happy, this is emotionally balanced. This is things are looking up for you. This is things are right where they need to be, right? This is happiness. This is fulfillment. This is gratitude. Are you walking around with gratitude today in the physical realm? Or are you still looking at things that you don't have and things that you want that are you complaining? Are you sitting in love today? Are you sitting about all the things that you've accomplished? Are you patting yourself on the back, right? Are you doing the inner work for abundance? Not the outer work to gain abundance, the inner work for abundance. Are you tapping into your bliss today? Are you tapping into love today? Are you tapping into the beauty today? So the sun card is asking you in your physical world today to tap into that beauty, tap into that joy, tap into gratitude today. Okay? That's what you got to do today with this energy. Now, when we're dealing with the air energy, which is going to represent the element of your thinking. So this is your spiritual and your mental thinking. Okay? So when you're dealing with that element today, you really want to pay attention to purpose. You got the star card showing up. This is divine timing. This is purpose filled, right? This is your gifts coming in from the divine, right? This is really tapping into how much life is pouring in and out of you, right? How much life comes into you, how much life goes out, where you're depleting yourself. The star card represents an area where you get to be inspired, where you get to understand that everything unfolds in divine timing. There is no mistakes. Everything is in synchronicity. This is why you need to pay attention to your thoughts and your emotions. The star card represents being able to be open, uniqueness, flowing energy that's free, harmony, contentment. So you have gratitude popping up twice here today. The old things got to go and gratitude's got to step in. That's your message today. Old things got to die and gratitude has to reign supreme today as you're moving throughout the energy. People are spinning. Just like really be mindful of that. Do not commit yourself to things that you do not want to be bothered with in this energy. So don't commit yourself to something just because you think it's the right thing to do. If it doesn't feel right within you, if it doesn't sit right within your spirit, you may want to reevaluate what you're committing yourself to. And this is for any and everybody. Even if you work on a team, even if you're running a 500 fortune company, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Reevaluate what fits for you and what works. If it doesn't fit and it's not working, you shouldn't be doing it. You shouldn't be doing it. If it's not bringing you some type of fulfillment, if it's not bringing you some type of joy, right? You really want to pay attention to the old. It's time to reinvent and create what no longer works for you. Okay? All right, y'all. It is listed Saturday. You know the deal. Okay? Don't be afraid of the dark. Do something kind for yourself. You want to go ahead and love yourself. You want to honor yourself. And I'm going to see you guys in Listed Sunday. Have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's Daily Vibration. Bye, my loves.